who just finished speaking made mention very clear that Bello Turji is the most wanted. I don't believe that Bello Turji is wanted because Bello Turji is not in any hideout. I have said it time without number. I have provided relevant and necessary information that could have aided the government or the intelligence or the operations to have captured Bello Turji long before now. But they have never been serious about it. If they are really serious, Bello Turji can be...
The allegation landed like a thunderbolt in an already tense national conversation. A respected security consultant went on live television and said plainly that Bello Turji is not hiding, not underground, not unreachable, and that if the Nigerian state were serious, he could be arrested within 24 hours. That single statement immediately reopened wounds across the Northwest, where communities have lived with fear, displacement, kidnappings, and grief. And as this revelation spread, many Nigerians paused and asked the same question. If this is true, then what exactly is going on? Now, let's break this down carefully. During an interview on Channels Television, the security expert and consultant did not mince words. He said he does not believe Bello Turji is genuinely wanted by the authorities because, according to him, Turji is not in any hideout. He claimed he has, on several occasions, provided what he described as relevant and necessary information that could have helped intelligence agencies capture Turji long ago. But according to him, nothing happened. No swift response, no decisive operation, no arrest. And here is where the story begins to matter deeply, not just as a security issue, but as a question of governance, trust, and responsibility. If you are watching, please like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us share important stories responsibly. The consultant went further. He insisted that if the federal government were truly serious about ending the reign of terror by Turji and similar figures, Turji could be apprehended within 24 hours. That statement alone raises a disturbing possibility that the delay is not about capacity, but about will. Now, at this point, let's pause and think about the human side of this story. Picture the villages in Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina, and parts of Niger and Kebbi states. Imagine farmers abandoning their fields at dawn, mothers clutching their children as gunshots echo from nearby forests, entire communities sleeping with one eye open. For these people, Bello Turji is not just a name on the news. He is a symbol of fear, a reminder that danger can arrive at any moment. So when a security expert says this man could have been arrested long ago, what do you think goes through the minds of victims? Anger? Betrayal? Hopelessness? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Turji could be arrested within 24 hours if the government truly wanted to? Please respond. But here's where the story gets deeper and more troubling. The consultant also reacted to a viral video allegedly showing suspected bandits dressed in army uniform undergoing what appears to be some form of training. In the video, military uniforms are clearly visible. The implication is explosive. However, the consultant was careful. He said Nigerians are still waiting to hear from the Ministry of Defense and other security and intelligence agencies to confirm whether the video is authentic and whether it truly depicts a military investigation or exercise. He cautioned that while the uniforms appear genuine, many things have happened in the past in Nigeria that later turned out to be different from initial assumptions. Still, he made one thing clear. He is not surprised. According to him, while he may not outrightly affirm that the Kwara State government as an institution is directly involved in sponsoring banditry, it is entirely possible and even likely that some unscrupulous elements within the system may be involved. And this is a crucial distinction. He argued that banditry, kidnapping, and organized criminal activity on this scale cannot thrive for years without insiders, compromises, and facilitators within government structures. In his words, you cannot convince him that all of this has been happening without some level of government involvement or complicity. Let's pause and ask a hard question here. Is it realistic to believe that armed groups move freely across forests and highways, operate checkpoints, collect ransoms running into millions, acquire sophisticated weapons, and yet have no collaborators within state or federal systems? What do you think? Is insecurity in Nigeria purely a failure of capacity or a failure of integrity? Please respond in the comments. The consultant specifically referenced Kwara State, saying he was not surprised to hear allegations from suspects recently arrested with a patrol vehicle and AK-47 rifles. According to him, these revelations only reinforce long-standing suspicions that elements within government structures may be aiding or enabling criminal networks. He stressed that this does not automatically mean the entire Kwara State government is complicit. Rather, it points to individuals within the system who may be abusing their positions for political or economic gain. But then he asked a question that cuts to the heart of the matter. Do we really have a responsible government? Because in his view, if Nigeria had a truly responsible and accountable government, figures like Bello Turji and others terrorizing the Northwest would have been fished out long ago. And this brings us to the federal level. The consultant's analysis did not spare the federal government. He questioned its seriousness in tackling insecurity, especially given repeated accusations made by Bello Turji himself. On several occasions, Turji has openly accused the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, of being responsible for insecurity in Zamfara State and neighboring areas. These are grave allegations. Yet, according to the consultant, the federal government has not deemed it necessary to launch an independent, transparent investigation to verify or dismiss these claims. That silence, he argued, has only deepened public suspicion. Now think about the atmosphere this creates on the ground. Communities already feel abandoned. Security operations appear inconsistent. Arrests happen, but the big names remain free. Allegations fly, but no independent probe follows. Over time, people begin to believe that insecurity is being managed, not solved. And that belief is dangerous. If you are watching, please like this video and subscribe. The consultant therefore demanded that the federal government immediately constitute an independent body to investigate the allegations made by arrested suspects regarding Kwara State government involvement in banditry. According to him, this is the only way to restore confidence. Because if the federal government refuses to investigate, he warned, it will appear complicit either through action or inaction in the continued suffering of citizens. Let's pause again and consider the victims. The trader who paid ransom twice, the father who lost his son on a lonely road. The child grows up in an IDP camp unsure of what home even means anymore. For them, this is not politics. This is survival. And this is why the call for accountability matters. Now at this point, the bigger lesson begins to emerge. Insecurity does not thrive in a vacuum. It feeds on weak institutions, lack of transparency, political protection, and economic interests. When criminals believe they are shielded by powerful connections, they become bolder. When citizens believe the government is not sincere, cooperation collapses. And without public trust, no security operation can succeed. So what should happen next? First, the federal government must show seriousness, not with press statements, but with action. An independent investigation into these allegations is not optional, it is necessary. Second, security agencies must communicate transparently with the public. Nigerians deserve to know whether the viral video of men in military uniform is real or fake, and what steps are being taken. Third, communities must continue to share credible information while protecting themselves and avoiding vigilantism. And finally, political leaders, both at state and federal levels, must understand that insecurity cannot be used as a tool for power or profit without devastating consequences. As we end this story, let's reflect on this final thought. A nation cannot defeat banditry if it refuses to confront the uncomfortable truth about who benefits from chaos. Peace does not come from silence. It comes from courage, accountability, and collective responsibility. Please stay alert, support your local communities, share verified information responsibly, and above all, continue to demand answers. Because security is not a privilege, it is a right. If you found this analysis important, please like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us keep these conversations alive, for awareness, for safety, and for the future we all deserve.